YouTube, this is your host, Primality, featuring Amo, the ruler. You know what it is. Hey man, I said I'm back with another video. Let's get into it. So, in this video, if you ain't part of the fam, first of all, you gotta be part of the fam. Hit the subscribe button. Join the fam. You gotta be part of the fam. Giving away a very good promotion at the end of this week. Make sure you hit the notification button just so you don't miss that promotion when it comes in. And in this video, what we're gonna be doing is talking about prime numbers and divisors. You know what it is. It's finna get lit over here. So make sure you like this video at the end of it. Stay tuned for the rest. Let's get into it. So first of all, what is a prime number? First thing that we're gonna talk about, if you feel like you are lost right now, just leave this video. It's not for you. You know what I mean? If you don't know what a prime number is, leave this fucking video. It's not meant for you. Go and learn about prime numbers. Once you've learned about prime numbers, you can come back to this. Otherwise, if you are still here, then hit that like button. You are part of this big deal. Let's get it. So a prime number is basically a number that's divisible by none other than 1 and itself, except for 1. You know what I mean? So that means the first prime number is actually 2, followed by 3, and then 5, and then 7. You name them. You know what I mean? So in this here, this algorithm, the only thing that it's actually doing is telling us if a number is prime or not. You know what I mean? Hit that like and subscribe. So this is it. This is basically doing it in a square root time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Make sure you add the square root time to it. So this is a square root time, as you can tell over here. Our number is n, and this is running only square root times because of this combination over here. This is the same thing as saying that I is actually less than something like, as you all know, this is TypeScript or nothing, you know. So if you ain't typing TypeScript, get the fuck out of here. With all due respect. So this is the same thing, you know what I mean? See what I had over here, this is the same thing as this condition, but this is a bit more mathematically intensive for the computer. And as far as algorithm is concerned, we want to cut out every single cost that fucking exists. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep it simple. We're not going to do this because this is computationally expensive, and this is computationally neat. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. This is if you need me to take you through this, let's get into it. You know what I mean? So if whatever you give me is not a number for some reason, my nigga, or it's less than 2, then we give you false. If you, for example, that means if you tell me, if you give me 0, you're gonna get a false. If you give me negative 20, you're gonna get a false. If you give me a string, you're gonna get a false. You know what I mean? Of course, you wouldn't get a string because this is TypeScript and this is expecting your number. But at the end of it, you gotta give me a valid number. Starting from 2 onwards. You know what I mean? And if you do give me a valid number, that means you're gonna go through into this. You're gonna jump into the loop. And once you are in the loop, make sure you like and subscribe. And let's get into it. So this loop over here, as you can tell, this is a fucking while loop. What this while loop does is iterating. You can tell it's iterating through this while and this increment of our counter, which is counter variable, which is I. You know what I mean? Stay part of the fam. So all we do is check if our number is divisible by any number less than it, and basically we're only checking up to the square root of n, like I said earlier on. So if any number less than the square root of n divide this number, is not a prime number, you return false. That's all this thing is saying. And this is fairly straightforward. So any number has at least two factors except for one. You know what I mean? So any positive number for that matter. Yeah. So if you give me a number that is greater than or equal to 2, then you're gonna fall into this. Then what will happen is we're gonna do check. So basically, the way that factorization works is every factorization number that, or any factor that is less than the square root of that number, the core number, the core number, which is the divisor which you get after dividing the number with our divisor, is the core number. The core number would be greater than the square root of 1. So we don't need to check for the core number, you know what I mean? We just need to check for the number itself. So if it's divisible by, we only need to check up to the square root of 1. You can read about this online. So this is it, my nigga. So this is how you check for a prime number in square root time. And this one here, this is for the devices. We're going to talk about the devices in the next video, so stay tuned and make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Let's hit it. I will see you in the next video talking about devices. Let's get it.